Pate 1 and Pate 2 were trying to get Miles to laugh. Bouncing in and out of the conversation was little Speedy Matt. Jordan and Jared are wondering, will I finally hit it over the fence?
Oh, yeah, me.
All the boys decide, hey, let's ask Spence. Connor smiles and says, it will happen at our next match. And Derek is dreaming about his next big catch.
Aww.
Finally, at the Golden Corral, we're sitting as a team. The boys are thinking, endless ice cream, oh, what a dream.
Yeah.
A waitress stops by to fill up a cup, while Blake leads a chorus of, shut up.
I love that chorus.
Cha-Cha fills his back pockets, looking for his gloves. Sweet baby, Marcus and Michael are all feeling the love. Uncle Jason, the motivator, reminds the team, the smashing ain't done. And Coach Johnson chimes in, you gotta pump when you run. As the night draws to an end and the moon has arose, Coach Wells realizes, shoot, I forgot my son's clothes. Coach Pate, still cool. Though the rain continues to fall. But all the boys want to do is play some baseball. How the state tournament will end, we'll see when it's done. But being your team mom has been 2 tons of fun.
I like it.
Very creative.
Yeah.
We did it this morning.
She didn't know it was
Hey, this is work in progress. We several days.
That was great.
Listen, before
I didn't know what to do. I read.
we have gifts for all the boys, but before we give out the gifts, we'd like for Coach Carr and if you want your assistants to come up, you may. We'd like for you to present the trophies before we hand out gifts. Give it up, Coach.
Coach Automobile.
Hey, first off, I want to let y'all know when this process started a couple months ago. Me and Coach Terrence and Coach Pate, when we started evaluating all the boys, the one thing that we wanted to make sure is that we got the top 12 bats in the league, and it was, we knew the parents were going to be potluck, we knew gloves were going to be potluck, we knew pitching was going to be potluck, whatever we could make out of it. But we wanted to make sure that we got the top 12 athletic kids in the league, the top hitters and the athletic kids in the league, and that's what we did. And I just want to tell y'all, I really appreciate the commitment that y'all have had as parents to make sure that you get these boys where they need to be. They can't drive. You guys have to believe in it, whatever the coaches are doing, in order for them to believe in it. And I think they've come a long way. They're a great team. I sent out an email a couple days ago. I really don't think ahead, to state, even though we did make arrangements ahead. I really don't think ahead, but I really started believing after the last couple of days and seeing the way that they practiced at Mountain Park the last couple of days. Even though we didn't take a day off, and we just kept practicing, everybody showed up, everybody was glad to be there. They worked hard for 2 hours out in the heat. Even at 7:30 at night, everybody wanted to be there. Nobody wanted to leave. When we shut it down, there were people still out there playing. And that shows a lot about the way that they are as a run for baseball. And, that's half the battle there. If you can do that, baseball's nothing but repetition. Nobody's born a good baseball player. The difference between a good baseball player and a great baseball player is repetition and a little instruction here and there. So I really appreciate you parents committing to having these boys come out here. I know that sometimes you might feel like I'm over the top with some of the things that I do, but one of the things that is important to me is to make sure that I give your sons what I want my son to have. And whether or not you think it's right or wrong is fine. I think the fun comes along with that. You can be, hey, let's play you know, everybody have a great time, and you know, we hope we win, but if we don't, then that's okay. I can't operate like that. I'm just not wired like that. You know, I want to win, and I want the boys to have fun through winning and through learning, and so I hope what they'll take away from this, you know, this year after this is all over with, when they move on, whatever they do, whatever team they're on, they take on that same attitude that I've given them. That team is important, team is number one, and your teammates are the most important thing. You know, without your teammates, you're no good. And you know, when you get 25 years old and you're out in the job, it applies. I mean, you know, you can't operate in a team if you're not willing to do teamwork like we were able to do. And I'm proud of every one of these kids and proud of the parents, and just really just want to play some baseball. Just really look to see how they do against some of these other new teams. And so with that, I'll go ahead and pass out these trophies. Let's see. The first kid. I mean, I already knew this kid was one of the best players in the league when I saw him the first day. And I remember me and Coach Pate were coaching together, and we were trying to work on a plan to how we could sandbag so we could get him on our team. But after seeing him throw one time, I knew that was going to be impossible. And then his dad ended up taking the team, and he's probably one of the best leadoff hitters I've ever seen. I mean, this kid gets on every time. If he doesn't, he puts it in play. And I've really enjoyed getting to know y'all's family and getting to know him, and it's been great. We went to camp together and we've had a lot of fun. Miles. This next kid, I mean, when we started kind of putting the team together, I really already had this kid's position picked out. I mean, right away. Probably one of only two kids where I really knew where they were going to play, but I knew where I wanted this boy to play, and you probably recognized it because he's probably about the only kid that hadn't moved. I mean, he's played the position every play. So he's a great fielder, very difficult out, very athletic, and one of the fastest kids on the team, Derek. This next boy, me and Coach really wrestled with this kid. We weren't really sure because he missed most of the season, and we weren't sure. He's young, very young. He's Michael's age, and we really weren't sure. And the last about 4 games he played in the regular season were just, I mean, unbelievable. And the difference between him and the next kid was so large that it just didn't matter. I mean, he could have been out the whole season and played in the last game, and we would have had to take him. But he is a flat-out beast. He is going to be one heck of a pitcher. I'm excited. I can't wait to throw somebody the knuckleball or get him tomorrow as soon as we get a chance. I'll tell y'all right now, I've never seen a kid smile. I've never said 2 words to him. He's never said 1 word to me. We were at the park the other night, and I was catching him, and I threw a knuckleball back to him. And when I threw that knuckleball back to him, he smiled at me. I said, "Uh-oh, I bet he can throw one." And he did, and we threw it in the Mill Creek game. And he's a great hitter, great pitcher, Jordan.
Good job.
By the way, he stayed with us for a whole week and he barely said 2 words. But
Hey, I've gotten 3 smiles out of him since. But let me tell y'all something, ain't nothing wrong with that, because when you're a pitcher, you can't show any emotion, good or bad. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And I like it. This next boy, he was another one of the kids that we wrestled with, and not because we weren't sure about if he had the talent to play on the team, but we weren't sure really where he was going to fit in. He's another younger boy, but he's got a great bat. And I didn't really get to see him play that much during the season. For whatever reason, he was about the only boy that I didn't get to see. So I know I saw him when we played him, but I didn't really get to see him that much. And I just want to let y'all know now that me and Coach Terrence, Coach Pate, we all wrestled with this kid, and even Coach Welser. But the one person and you can thank him now. I'm not going to tell you. I wasn't going to tell you up front, but I'm going to tell you now. The one person that you can thank is Bob Tippett, because I called him to get his opinion on several of the kids, and he told me, "Oh, you got to take this kid," and I'm glad that I did. He hits the crap out of the ball. He's a good fielder and a great pitcher, and when someone's able to work with him more, he's able to get his speed up on his fastball. He is going to be one great pitcher, and I look forward to seeing him pitch too. Connor. Next boy, I didn't remember him from last year, but the first time we played him, I went up to his dad and told him that, man, I said, golly, man, your son is one great catcher. And the reason that I said that was because that's what I did, and I just, some of the things he did were just so familiar to me, and the way that he moved around the plate. And when we first started doing this, I mean, this kid's always smiling, and at first you think, well, is he messing around? But he's never messing around. He's just happy, and that's why we. What's your nickname?
Captain Positive.
Oh yeah, Captain Positive. Great bat. Has home run power. If he connects, start to swing good pitches now. It's going to really help us out this week. Jared.
Jared, do you want me to hold on to it? Yes, he does. Yeah, I can tell.
This next boy, he's one of the boys that will fall victim to the fact that we have so many good pitchers on this team. And in an all-star situation, you don't have a lot of time to work with everybody. We try to work with everybody, and I hope that we'll have the opportunity that will benefit us in some way. But this kid is a great pitcher. Probably got one of the strongest upper bodies on a young child that I've ever seen. If he ever learns to use his hips, he's definitely going to hit home runs. He's a great pitcher. He catches too. He really can play anywhere. And I'm real glad to have him on the team. Blake. Next boy is probably, in my opinion, the hardest worker on this team, the hardest working child on this team. Does whatever we ask. I haven't heard him say a whole lot, which is fine. Plays wherever we tell him to play. He's got a great swing. I mean, that's how he made the team, basically, was on his swing. Because I didn't get to see him play that much either. In fact, when we played this team, I was out. I wasn't there. But he's, and then I stuck him behind the plate because I thought he was a catcher, and he caught, but he never caught before. So somebody told me he was a catcher, so I stuck him back there. But he can catch, he's got a good glove in the outfield, he can play second base, and he's got a great bat, and I look forward to seeing him hit. Charlie. Next boy is probably our best all-around infielder, in my opinion. Played infield for me the whole year. Don't remember him making any errors. Has made some errors, or one error that this All-Star season, it really wasn't his fault. Got a great glove, gets on the ground every time, charges it, and has made some great catches in the outfield. And he can bunt, and he's fast as lightning. Maxwell. Okay, so next board, one of the best players in the league this year. Me and Coach were talking about it today about how the two teams they look somewhat unbalanced, even though the way that it was done this year we tried to balance them as much as possible. And I believe that this is the boy that really makes the difference in that. He's very, very athletic. I mean, he hits. He can pitch. We will lean on him heavily this week for pitching. He's a great fielder. He'll go get the ball, and he's fast as lightning. And I've appreciated having him. He's done everything I've asked him to do. Mackenzie. Okay, the next boy is, I've coached this boy before, I think a couple times. And I know during the season and even during this all-star season, he's had one of the best bats on his team. And me and Coach were talking about the other night about moving this kid in the lineup. And we just couldn't do it. We just couldn't move him because he's come up with so many big opportunities for us. And maybe not gotten a hit, but put the ball in play. And Coach has worked with his speed, and he's got a great glove. And he's another kid that's fallen victim to so many pitchers on this team because he's a good pitcher too. And I've enjoyed having him on the team, and he will probably get the most RBIs this week for us. CJ. Next boy, I probably said his name at least 1,000,000 times. I'm so tired of saying his name, I can't even tell y'all how tired I am of saying his name. And the only reason I say this guy's name so many times is because I know he's great, and he's great when he's out there, and he's great going half speed. But I know this kid's better than that, and he is one heck of a baseball player. He can run. He's hitting the ball great now. A good outfielder, and me and Coach were talking about kind of how we're going to do the lineup or the defensive positions and everything. Everybody's made errors. Everybody's made mental errors, and I don't know how it's going to go this week, but I don't see how we can afford not to put this kid at third base just because, if for any other reason, to shut the bunt down, because no one's laid down a bunt on us. If they tried it, they only try it once, and he shuts it down. And if we find somebody that gets cute, I'll put a helmet on him and put him 5 feet from the plate. I coached this boy during the season, and he's one heck of an athlete. Matt. All right, this next boy has worked as hard as anybody on this team. He's been at just about every practice. He's been at every practice in my house. He got eat up by gnats. Went to camp, didn't think he was gonna make it. He said, "Mommy," I said, "Uh-oh." But I don't know if anybody's noticed it. If you've been and seen him hit, if you saw him hit first and see him hit now, he's really hitting good now. He hits it just about every time if you throw it in there. And I really glad to get to know him and to be friends with Jared and to run around and cause all that havoc. Marcus. All right, last trophy. The reason that I'm here is my son, and I'll tell you that right now. That's the only reason I'm here. If my son wasn't here, I probably wouldn't be here. And I want to tell y'all right now that ain't nobody takes more crap than him. He works hard. He's made more progress in the last 3 years than any kid that far. I mean, he hits. He can pitch a little bit. He's a decent first baseman, and he's somebody that I would want to be their teammate. He's a great teammate. If anything else, he's learned how to be a teammate. And I love him, and Spence.
Let me say something real quick. 2 things. One, Ron and I didn't order trophies because we feel like you guys get 1,000,000 trophies. Let's do something different. So let's please thank Miss Tasha for the trophies. All right, the other thing I want to say, and I know that everybody recognize they are beautiful. You did a great job. Everybody knows this, but I just want to say it because I'm partial. But Coach Carr mentioned how you know, they did, because I was part of this process. Terrence and I talk about baseball more than anything during this season. I remember getting the list and seeing all the kids broken down, and this is the top 10, this is the top 20, or whatever, and they divided these teams up, and they were supposed to be even. And they probably are even, but we have the best coaches. And I know that you know that, but I have to say it, because I know what goes into being a great coach and the sacrifice. So don't take any of this for granted or take it lightly. They do a great, unbeatable job. These are the best coaches. So going back to the whole, we didn't order the trophies. We did want to give you a gift, and I'm going to pass the gifts out. But I don't want you to get so excited in your gifts that you can't focus when it's time to honor the coaches, okay? So I want you to look at it and be like, oh, that's awesome, that's cool, and then put it away, all right?
Marcus, go get one.
No, they're just for the players.
Thank you. I'm not gonna look at mine. I am.
Wait till everyone gets there for it. Wait till they get it.
Calls and attitude about the rest of the world as he does about baseball.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's Captain Positive when it comes to baseball. He's Captain C- when it comes to algebra. Algebra.
Guys, the reason listen up. The reason we chose this is because how many of you have a ton of trophies at home? Most of you.
Raise your hand,
And when you look at your trophies, can you always remember who you played with when you got that trophy?
No.
Maybe, probably not. If you have a lot, you don't remember.
All I know is my
This is
China
the way
cabinet has no
that you
China.
can remember who you played with on this All-Star season. Okay?
Really?
So this is just something different. All right, put it away. Oh, it's so good.
How about you guys just hand the bags over to parents? Okay? I'll take care of it.
All right, guys. It's time for the coaches.
Hey, listen up.
Put your gifts away.
Listen up.
Now listen.
I
Everything in the bag.
would have liked to try to get everybody everything. But since I handed the money over to the CFO, I don't have the money anymore. I don't got nobody asking me for money or asking me for stuff, so I can't get anything else. All right, and I'm glad to know that she's the CFO. I didn't realize that until late. So next time I'm on her team, she's gonna handle the money. But you couldn't really do this without somebody or a couple people taking charge of all the behind-the-scenes stuff. You know, whether it be pictures, this party. You know, the little things that the team needs. I mean, these boys are too old for snacks, so we don't. That's a small part of it. That's easy anyway. But somebody to just make sure that things get done, because after the baseball part of it, the rest of it, I sometimes become scatterbrained with it because I got so much stuff going on with this. So, and I don't think it's a good idea for the coach to handle too much. I mean, the coach focuses on the coaching, the coach's coach, and then somebody else step up and do the rest of it. And I mean, I really was fortunate to have a couple people this year that stepped up and do it, and I never had to worry about it, and it made it fun for me, and I really do appreciate it, Robin. I want y'all to know that a lot of people has a lot to do with this. I mean, from setting up our hotel, to putting together the little baseball tournament that we had that brought our uniforms that are just really sharp, to just all the little stuff that everybody kind of pitched in to do, and that's just part of playing with committed parents. And again, I just want to thank y'all for doing all that.
All right, it's been fun. We have some fun gifts that we want to give to the coaches. It's dark in there. Robin does tap dance.
Oh.
I'm the Dex. Tap dance. Lori's gonna sing and I'm gonna dance.
Something coming out of the cake. The boys even need
They don't do that anymore.
I'm sure we can find
All
someplace.
Coach Payne.
Nancy and Max will be out in the yard hitting rocks with that.
Okay, don't let them, they're expecting that.
Russ, do I need to keep your toy like I am Jared?
That's awesome.
I would have locked that.
All right. Wow.
My
We got
husband
one
has
more
4
thing,
children.
two
I've
more
got
things,
5.
2 more things and then we can eat, or whatever's next. Two things. We have, John, when it's all over, we're done hanging up, the banner's yours. But last but not least, again, this is something you can remember the season by and something, oh, I remember the season I played with these 12 boys. But we wanted to get personal and just show our deep appreciation for all that you've done. So the boys have created a scrapbook for you.
Each page has something from each boy.
Wow.
Let him see
John, yeah, share.
Touching.
John,
Can I see your bat? Dad, can I see your bat?
No.
Dad, can I see your bat? Hey, Dad, can I see? Oh, you're right.
Jared, you can see his bat when he gives it to me. Hold on to it.
Hey, what is Oh, I can't wait till we get Oh, mine's like the worst, probably.
I play favorites.
Mine's
I've been-
hard. That one's mine. Mine's probably the worst. Mine's hard. Dude, I have terrible handwriting. Derek, look at that. Captain Walker.
That's great though, man. Look at that.
Captain
I like
Positive.
the top left picture.
Captain Positive. Captain Positive.
I like the top left picture. Don't look at my mouth.
Who?
Mine. When you go to my page, do not look at my mouth. Wait, don't even look at your.
That's what we're doing.
I was about to say, do you know if you haven't said anything, nobody would notice.
It's a caption on CJ.
Everybody look at his mouth.
Hey,
No, mouth.
that reminds me, we're...
Oh my God.
Hey, Mark.
I will seriously kill you.
I could have sworn Kevin got sent to his room, not to play with you.